There comes a moment in every soul's journey where the world as you knew it begins to crack. You start to ask, what is real? Why am I here? Is this all there is? Hello, light people. This is the 5D Frequency Podcast. In this podcast, we talk about all things spirituality, self growth, and ascension. We make spirituality easy and practical. I'm your host, Italia, and in today's episode, we are going to talk about what many call the Matrix. Not the sci fi movie version, although it has a lot of truths, but the spiritual system of illusion we are born into. And more importantly, how to know if you are waking up from it. So, what is the Matrix? In spiritual terms, the matrix is a construct of programmed beliefs, systems, and limitations. The matrix works primarily inside our minds. It's a mind control system. It's a web of conditioning that teaches you to conform, to consume, to compare, to obey, to fear, and to forget your power, which is the lack of sovereignty. It is the energetic system of separation separation from self, separation from source, and separation from truth. The matrix is not just the society itself, it's everything that teaches you you are not enough unless this or that. The matrix operates through many different systems. Through the educational system that rewards memorization, not wisdom. It is complete indoctrination. Because programming young minds is easier. Our educational system teaches conformity, teaches obedience, and competition instead of collaboration and working together, instead of thinking with your own mind, with your own intuition, and drawing your own conclusions. It is said that 98% of 5-year-olds scored a creative genius level, but this number dropped to 30% by age 10, 12% by age 15, and less than 2% in adulthood. The Matrix uses the education system as one of its main tools for programming our minds. The school system as we know it today was built to look like a factory, to make us conform and obey. There is a very good documentary about this on YouTube that I do recommend you watch. It is called The Forbidden Education. I'm pretty sure it also exists in Spanish, La Educación Prohibida, and also in Portuguese, A Educação Proibida. At least in those languages and English also, you can find it. So check it out because it will really open your mind about the subject. Another system that is highly controlled by the Matrix is the media. The media feeds fear, comparison, consumerism. In social media, we have a lot of comparison. How many times have you watched someone's life on social media and felt bad about yourself? There are many narratives in social media around success, around beauty, around productivity. It's all to make you believe certain things. There is also a lot of emotional manipulation in media. Media makes you feel fear, guilt, shame, scarcity. Because when you are vibrating in those lower frequencies, you are easily controlled. Easily. Also, the more you watch something, the more you believe in it. And the more you create that thing. So there's something called predictive programming. which is how the Matrix uses our movies, TV series, books, the news as a mass mind control tool to make the population more accepting of planned future events. Not just more accepting of future events, but it is a way to shift timelines. Timelines are the probabilities of future. We have personal timelines and collective timelines. The collective timelines are chosen unconsciously by the population. The more you are focusing on something, the more you watch that thing, the more you believe in that thing, the more you give it your energy. And when a lot of people in the world are watching the same things, are believing the same things, they are going to create that same outcome. They are going to choose that timeline. It is a timeline shifting control mechanism. So be very attentive of the movies, TV series, books you watch or read. You can watch what everyone is watching, but if you are aware of it, if you watch it with a critical mind, then you will not fall for this predictive programming control mechanism. Once you are aware of it, you are no longer controllable. Another system where the matrix is very strong is the political system. The political system keeps you in duality and it keeps you distracted because it's all about right or wrong, left or right. It's all about power struggles. And it's all about the illusion of choice. We get controlled through laws, through fear, through surveillance and propaganda. And the more we look outside of ourselves to an authority to tell us what to do, to tell us the truth, the more we are disempowered, the more we are not in our sovereignty. And this is what the Matrix wants. Also, the celebrity world, it keeps you distracted. It keeps you looking outside. It keeps you always focusing on their lives, not your life. And where your attention goes, your energy flows. Where your focus is, you create more of that. And it's okay to see what celebrities are doing, but do not get too much into that world because you forget about living your own life. The financial system is also a very important system where the matrix is because it is based on debt, slavery. It promotes consumerism and scarcity mindset. We can see that in our world, the wealth is concentrated in the hands of a few. And we are kept in this state of fear, of survival, and in the state of the attachment to the material identity. A very good documentary about this is called The Zeitgeist Addendum. You can find it on YouTube. And it will explain to you how our financial system works, how it is based in debt and not in real money anymore. You can watch it on YouTube, and I highly recommend it as well. And there are many other systems also where the matrix is. The religious system, the medical system, the legal system, the work system, the corporate system. The 9 to 5 idea was implanted in our minds, and we find it normal. Exchanging time for money is normal for us, and it shouldn't be. The matrix is an energy grid of unconsciousness that feeds on fear, separation, and external authority. The systems that I just mentioned are simply the mechanisms through which this unconscious grid maintains itself. So, how to know if you are still in the matrix? If you are still functioning from this programmed mind? So, first, you might still be in the matrix if you constantly need external validation, because the matrix works by making you seek external validation, approval, success, and worth from outside yourself. Instead of trusting your inner truth, you're taught to depend on grades in the education system, money in the financial system, status in the career system, likes or followers in the social media system, rules in the political or legal system, dogma in the religious system. An example of external validation is a woman who only feels beautiful if people compliment her looks or if she gets a lot of likes on her selfie. When no one compliments her, she feels unattractive and unworthy. Her sense of worthiness is reliant on the external validation of others. Another sign that you are in the matrix is if you live in survival mode. If you live always worried about money, time, or status. This is the 3D mentality, the 3D mindset, the matrix controlled mindset. If you feel disconnected from your intuition and body, you are also in the matrix. Because when you start to get out of the matrix system, you start to connect to your soul, to your divine essence. This is a natural process. Another sign is if you feel afraid to speak your truth, or if you feel guilty for resting. You're still trying to fit in the society somehow if you're not acting from complete authenticity, which is the highest frequency you can vibrate at. Because it's you. It's your whole self, your true self, your divine self. And if you feel guilty for resting, it's because we were programmed to only use the masculine energy, the doing energy. The feminine energy outside and inside was repressed. So resting was programmed in your mind as laziness. But resting is just the natural use of your inner feminine energy. And we need to use both the feminine, the resting, the relaxation, the creativity, and the masculine, the doing, the form, the structure. And the last sign is that if you don't remember who you are outside of roles, such as employee, partner, parent, etc., you are still in the matrix. Because the matrix always puts us inside a box. If you identify yourself as your profession, religion, your role in the family, you are still inside the box and not in touch with your incredible, deep, embracing, powerful self. So I want you to answer 2 questions that will bring you a lot of clarity to see if you are still in the matrix. First question: when was the last time I made a decision that wasn't based on fear? And the second question: who am I when I'm not trying to be liked or loved? Remember that the matrix is not outside of you. It's inside your thoughts, your programming, your silence, your self-doubt. And how to know if you are waking up? You're exiting the matrix when you start questioning everything you were taught, when you feel a pull to nature, to solitude, to truth, when you stop identifying yourself with your thoughts and you see your thoughts as programs. You understand the programs and the patterns that are in your subconscious mind, and you start to clear them and heal them. When you remember that you are a soul, not a job, not a label, nor a follower. When you choose presence, peace, and purpose over performance. Waking up from the matrix is not about rejecting the world. It's not about being angry about the world. It's about reclaiming your power within. It's about becoming sovereign. And how to unplug from the matrix. I will give you some tips. First, you need to practice presence, meditation, breath work, conscious movement, yoga. You need to deprogram your mind through journal, therapy, inner child work, energy healing, learning more about spirituality from reliable sources, and doing activations and guided meditations. This is an amazing tool to deprogram your mind and to release the negative beliefs and patterns and programmings from the matrix that are in your energetic field blocking your life. This is extremely powerful. That's why I do them all the time on my channel. That's why I offer them on my website. And this is why now I decided to open new personal activations and guided meditations for you, where I enter your energetic field and I find where is the block, where is the pattern that you need to heal, and I activate and transmute this pattern with you, helping you to release it for good. So if you feel so called, go to italia.com because this is a very powerful tool for you in this awakening process. Another way to unplug from the matrix is to learn how to follow your intuition over logic. And for most of us, our intuition is on the gut response. How do you feel? Do you feel good and expanded? Or do you feel bad and contracted? Practice listening to your gut response because it's the faster path to your intuition and to your inner guidance. Another way is to create more and consume less. I would highly recommend you to download to your phone an app blocker. This will allow you to spend as much time as possible away from scrolling. This helps a lot. Trust me. Another way to unplug from the matrix is to connect with other awakened souls, which we can do now online, right? We can connect to other kindred spirits, to other soul family everywhere around the world. This is amazing, isn't it? We could not do that a few years ago. And another tip that I can give to you for you to unplug from the matrix is to speak your truth, even when it trembles in your throat. And this requires practice, but it gets easier over time, I assure you. Unplugging from the matrix doesn't happen in one moment. It is a series of decisions through time. Although there are moments and situations that happen that we can remember that, oh, this really awakened me. Oh, this was really helpful to awaken me. And I would love you to please comment down below. What was this moment for you? What was one moment or situation or realization that made you start to see the world differently? And if you want more guidance and more help, I offer personal tarot readings, personal activations and guided meditations, and high frequency art that helps you heal your subconscious patterns. All these programs from the Matrix. So if you feel called to, the link is down below. Remember that the Matrix will try to pull you back with fear, with comfort, with distraction. But you are not here to be small. You are here to awaken, to remember that freedom is not out there. Freedom, sovereignty, it's the moment that you stop believing the lie that you are anything less than divine. I'll see you in the next episode. Much love, light, and truth.